What is up, guys, and welcome to my HLTV Fantasy. Today we are looking at IEM Dallas 2022 group stage. Yeah, this is the event. A pretty good amount of top tier teams. I think it was like 8 out of the top 10, excluding Navi and outsiders. For this one, it's only the group stage, meaning there's 2 groups, and you have the best chance of getting the most amount of points by having the winner out of each group in for as many of the players in your team as possible, and then one player who maybe makes it through the lower final or something. That's at least what I'll be training. Here are the most picked players. That here, mostly FaZe. Of course, Rain and Carrigan very picked. I think Rain much sense, of course. Actually, just got the MVP at the major. Yeah, a lot of worthy picks, I'd say. I also wanted to show how I'm doing so far in the spring season. Pretty okay, number 127. I'm like, what, 45 points back from the leader. I think there's still a slight chance at least to make points, enough for the top 3 positions, which is what matters. But I think I have to make some risky picks to some extent if I want to do that, because there's not a lot of money. I need to hope that some risks pay off at least. It doesn't mean I won't go FaZe, for example, here. Let's maybe pick a team that's not as picked for. I think the upper bracket is way more clear to me. Like, FaZe should win. Of course, there's always chance that they like humble against Astralis or Vitality, G2. G2 maybe as well. ENCE would be really good as a pick as well, but they're playing without Spinks and with Snacks, I think. Yeah, Snacks is stepping in for him. So, not the best ENCE version playing at this event, unfortunately. But yeah, I would definitely go for FaZe. They also have a super easy first matchup. I think they should always beat Astralis or Vitality. They just should make it through the upper final pretty handily. The Group B now is a lot more difficult to predict. I think there's a ton of teams that could do well. Like Furia was top 8, like there's out of the top 8 teams at the major, there's like 3 of them here. Like Furia, NIP, and Heroic all made top 8 at the major. Cloud9 humbled against Imperial, he said, but they are definitely a stronger team than what they should Antwerp. But I'm not sure if they're gonna do as well there. I would also like to say Big is an option to some extent if you want to go even more risky. But I think Big is like a decent. It's hard to be first NIP, then Heroic, and then probably Fury or Cloud9. So I think there's fair arguments to be made for like Furia, Cloud9, NIP, Heroic. Heroic was the most picked one. I understand that, but I do want to go for something riskier than that, probably. I think Furia might be the pick. Players aren't too expensive. Or I could go NIP. So it's double FaZe every time. I'll just go for the cheapest FaZe guys for now, and then we'll edit the lineup if we. Like, putting more stock into FaZe is kind of good. Sorry. Sorry for yawning. I kind of just woke up. Yeah, putting cheap guys out of FaZe because everyone can pop off against teams that they're playing against. For example, LFO. I think against Astralis Vitality, it's gonna be harder for someone like Carrigan, but Rain has showed really can perform right now. Yeah. So how expensive are the Furia guys? Isran and Yuri are pretty expensive. Go Art, go Drop even. Bad. How if drops stats? He had a pretty poor mage. I think Art didn't well either. Taken. great. Again, they didn't play too. So not the greatest sound. We did pretty good. Serato. Yuri case Serato actually did solid. Except for the 78 of Galaxy. That's a lot of faith in Furia. I want to do that. Honestly, think NIP might be the real pick you should go for, maybe. Yeah, we can get Alexi like this. I like this lineup. Yeah. So it would be like Alexi support, Roki op, S attack, IGL, res, rating probably, and then Rain as entry. I think that would make quite a good amount of sense. Yeah, this is a good lineup if you want to go face IP, pretty sure. And then like G2, I think should make it through here as well. They should beat Movistar, they should beat Mouse and Ends without Spinks. Make it to the upper final, probably lose to FaZe, and then get through the lower final against one of the teams earlier, or down earlier at least. This is a good team. I'll check some other options as well. Could go heroic. I don't know. I just don't want to not go for FaZe. I think it's probably throwing to not go for them. What about some other Furia lineups? I want to go Carrigan. More expensive. Probably hard to do. Have to go drop. Yeah, there's cash for this. Five saves. That's pretty hard because Furia was been by far their most consistent player at least. I mean, this is what you could go for if you want to go for Furia. Just the twists is like the role he plays kind of in this phase lineup isn't like he's still gonna frag, but he plays a lot more supportive roles now that Drops is in. Doesn't have as high of a potential frag at least. And I Roki. Like you could go heroic. Want like of the stuff for this then. You could go for this, it's fine. But I don't want to go heroic. I really don't. I think it's the NIP line. I have some pretty good amount of faith. You could go carrier and then really go cheap first. Far League would be the closest. Oh, it's 1 grand off Far League. That would actually be kind of sick. But I think the way to go is this with S attack and LXCB. LXCB still gets to play in what hopefully is a lot of winning games, except for the FaZe match. They should beat Movistar, they should beat Mouse and Ends. Yeah. Correct order. Really matter or anything. Way to go. Buy this. Because most of the roles work very well. Main all. surefire. I really hope NIP does well, you know. I think defender's better than entry. Yeah. Okay, and then booster. So this is like the KSD guys first. Rez is the KSD, but I think Brokey KSD makes more sense because it's a far easier opponent. There's a high headshot. I don't think there's any high headshot players on greatest. Best of one starter. The first round is, yeah, best of ones. Movistar Riders. $16. One booster. Ace is actually common. Yeah, it's not here. I think O is fine to use here. As a tag. Big. Not really great options, definitely. Asset. I guess Nate kill is fine for him. Can do that. Rain. Work card. Ace, Rain. Like, what do I like leave out then? I don't wanna have problem. Let's go. Or should I use? Wait, I should use Pitskins on asset tag every time. Actually, I think of it. Had like very bad booster options, fortunately. Assist and bait should be rain booster. There's like one more. Rain. Ace. Wait, maybe Rambo. So then it's Ace here for rain, and then rain gets assist and bait. So what should Alexi get then? Ignore Rambo for. Bottom scorecard for. There's choke for. There's something. Hard sometimes. All these boosts. Like I don't want to waste these players who are not gonna kill the condition, of course, but Roki wants the Roki as well, probably top of scorecard and 30 bomb. So then he doesn't can go flash as LCB then. Fine. Okay, that took a bit longer than it usually does. Sorry about that, but I just wanna max pretty well. I also didn't show you how I did at Champion Stage. I got the pick'ems, I got the face win. Still just the gold coin because I failed at the previous stage. This went pretty okay, pretty good, pretty well. Unfortunately, Ens didn't manage to upset Navi. Means that Snappy got to 0 points, Spinks just at 22. But the rain was a must-have. Rain twists was really good as a combo. Perfecto did enough. Would have been better to have double. Yeah, electronic perfecto. Yeah, one of the there's I think both Chopper and Iron were pretty good picks for their price here because they managed to so pretty well for them. But yeah, this is my lineup for this. I'm really hoping for the NIP upset against Heroic, and they just do well in general. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you. Goodbye.